Hey everybody, this is my first video of 15 Minute Chef. So like most of you, I just got home from work and I have about 15 minutes or less sometimes to cook dinner. So pulling my hair back, put my little apron on, the boss, and I'm going to show you how to cook dinner in less than 15 minutes, or at least prepare it in less than 15 minutes. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is turn the oven on to 350. Tonight I'm cooking pork, so I could actually probably put it a little bit higher if I wanted to, but it's totally up to you. I'm going to take my jewelry off for sanitation purposes and wash my hands. So tonight's dinner is going to be pork with yellow rice and black beans for dinner, and then a side salad as a vegetable. That way we have a starch, a protein, and a vegetable all together. The first thing I'm going to do is the thing that takes the longest, and that's I'm going to put my rice on in my rice cooker, so that while I'm doing everything else, the rice is cooking. I'm using some hot yellow rice. And yes, you can put this in your rice cooker. A lot of people don't know that. But you can actually just dump the whole thing in there. Put 3.5 cups of water and forget about it. I feel like I need to have music playing while I'm doing this. Might be more entertaining. So I'm starting the rice. I'm pretty much in the habit of, in the mornings, marinating my meat. Whatever my protein is going to be, marinating that morning. So by the time I get home in the evening, it's nice and marinated and tasty. This is pork that I marinated in soy sauce, honey, and garlic. I'll have the recipe up on the webpage for tonight's meal. So if you guys need the recipe for the marinade or what kind of rice I used or anything like that, it's going to be up. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my saute pan on high so I can get it hot because I'm using electric, so it takes a while. This is my olive oil with my spout on top. I'm going to put a little olive oil, and we're going to sear the pork to start. We're going to wait till the pan is nice and hot. While I'm waiting on the pan to get hot, I'm going to go ahead and start the black beans so those can get cooking. Just going to open the can of black beans, put it right back there in the pot. Just Walmart black beans, nothing special. We're going to add some specialness to it. This is like one of my favorite seasonings. It'll be posted on the webpage. Makes everything taste better. We're gonna add a little bit of it, a little adobo, which if you're from the island of Puerto Rico is not a secret. I'm also gonna add 1 chicken bouillon cube for extra flavor. Now, if you have time and you can dice up, my mom usually gives me a Ziploc bag full of diced onion and bell pepper and puts it in my freezer. So sometimes when I start, I'll start with a little cup of that, saute the onions and the bell peppers, then I'll add the black beans, then I add the bouillon cube, and I'll add everything in. But today I am out of diced onion and bell pepper. So Mom, if you're watching this, help us out. So right now I got my beans cooking, I got my rice cooking. Now I'm just going to put my pork on, and my pan is almost hot. Slide this over. Got the stuff to make my salad. Let's go with it. you have gas, this process is a lot faster, just so you know. Now you can always tell when it's ready to cook or ready to put the pork in. You're gonna start seeing your olive oil just kind of spreading, is what we kind of call it. You don't want it to a smoke point. If it's smoking, you went too far and your food's gonna kind of taste burnt because that means you brought the olive oil to a smoke point. I'm also using a light olive oil. So that's just kind of what they had when I did grocery pickup. I generally use like a regular just olive oil or an extra virgin olive oil, but that's what I got as a substitution. So I'm gonna start taking my pork out. Looks like my oil's getting hot. I'm gonna put a nice sear on my pork. And these are actually pork it was a pork tenderloin, and I already sliced it so it'll cook a lot faster. So I got like pieces. Nice pretty slices and pieces. I'm not gonna throw my marinade away. I'm gonna keep it because I'm gonna put some of it in here and reduce it down into a sauce that's gonna go over my pork after it's roasted. So right now, all I'm gonna do is just get a nice, good sear. I'm leaving it on high. I'm gonna get a nice, good sear on each side of the pork, and then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna throw it in the oven. While my pork's cooking and getting a nice sear, while my rice is cooking and my beans are cooking, I'm gonna slice everything up to make my salad. Sneaking a peek. It's looking good. I'm gonna start washing all my vegetables real quick. No cameraman, so I gotta do it myself. So I'm gonna start slicing up and washing all my vegetables. Even if they come washed, I'll wash them anyway. And then I kind of lay them out on sky towel to let them dry. Tonight's salad is going to be lettuce, tomato, bell pepper, and some feta cheese. And then kind of make it really nice. If you like olives, if you don't like olives, it's totally up to you. I'm adding some Kalamala olives, which I really like. Starting to get like a nice, pretty color on one side of the pork. So now I'm going to go ahead and flip it and get a nice sear on the other side. No beets. Sorry, the dog wants to get in the show too. I don't have any like special way of cutting the lettuce. I just know like we kind of like it thin cut. Just makes it a little bit easier to deal with. So let me show you the pork. It's nice and seared. On one side, I'm getting a nice sear on the other side. And I'm just leaving it like that, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven. I'm gonna turn my oven up to about 375. And then I'm just gonna put it into the oven and let it finish cooking. A salad bowl. Dicing up my tomato to go on top of my salad. I kind of like my tomato in big chunks just because I like my tomato to where I can see it, taste it, feel it. But you can cut it however you want. What you see, Dee? You got nothing. The bell pepper, when you cut your bell pepper, this fiber on the inside, you actually want to cut it out. Cut it out. And then I'm just going to slice it really thin to get some nice thin strips to put in my salad. So meanwhile, I'm looking at my pork. It's nice and seared on both sides. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it in the oven and let it finish off. My beans in the back are rolling, so that's good. Got some nice beans going. And they're looking good. We're almost done with our salad, so we're quite possibly almost there. Okay. Gonna add some calamala olives right there on top. It's a nice little Greek salad. Can you stop just for today? Gonna sprinkle some feta cheese on top. If you don't like feta, sorry, let me get back in the camera. If you don't like feta, you can do mozzarella, which is a much smoother, softer, less strong, I guess not as strong a cheese. I really like feta, and I'm cooking, so. So we're almost actually there. Beans are almost done. I'm going to turn them down to like a slow simmer so they can just sit back there and just kind of simmer. And then, sorry, I'm going to turn you over. Beans are in a nice simmer. They're pretty much done. I'm going to put them on low. I'm looking at my pork. It's almost ready. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to put some of this marinade, not all of it, actually into the pan. I'm going to throw the rest away. I'm going to put about a fourth of it in the pan with the pork. But here's the key. This is the best part. I'm going to put all this butter. And then as the butter is melting in with the sauce, I'm going to start spooning the sauce over the pork. Gotta get me a good spoon. So I'm going to tilt this pan a little bit on the side, and I'm just going to spoon all this lovely goodness on top of the pork. So we got black beans, we got yellow rice, we got pork, and we got salad. We got dinner. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow for 15-Minute Chef.